Okay, yeah, fourth power sine, a little difficult. What I'd recommend to do is just keep reducing the power of it. And a way to do that is use some identities that you know about. And let's talk about those identities. So the cosine of twice theta is equal to 1 minus 2 sine squared theta. And this is a way to reduce a power, all right? So let's talk about that. So you get 2 sine squared theta, second degree. That would be 1 minus cosine 2 theta. Then you divide through by 2. What do you get? Sine squared theta is equal to 1 minus cosine of 2 theta over 2. So I'm gonna do that, but I have a fourth degree, and it really makes it more difficult because then I'm going to get a square of a cosine somewhere. But let's write this down, and it's going to be, I see the sine squared and squared. So let's write down what I'm seeing over here. I'm actually seeing the sine squared being squared. And again, I'm in x, I'm going to stay in x's. And what's really going to be 1 minus cosine of 2x over 2. All right? Now, I got to expand that. And if I do that, the 2 squares, that's a quarter, bring it on the outside. That's not so bad. And what do you get there? You're going to get 1 minus 2 cosine of 2x plus cosine squared 2x dx. All right? And that's not so bad because the first two terms are easy to integrate. It's the cosine squared I'm having trouble with. So I'm going to get my eraser out. Kind of done with this. I use that. I don't need that again. But I can write another identity down. And it's a cosine 2 theta again. That can also be written as 2 cosine squared theta minus 1. So what do you have here? Cosine of 2 theta plus 1 over 2 is cosine squared. What am I doing? Reducing powers. So let's write this down. It's going to be 1/4. Then you're going to get 1 minus 2 cosine 2x. I can integrate both of those terms. I'm trying to reduce the power on the cosine squared. What do you get there? Plus. I'm using the identity I just wrote down for you. What's it going to be? Cosine of 4x plus 1 over 2 dx. All right? Gee, I got to keep going, don't I? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out a 2 now. So I get 1/8. Let's see, that would be 2 minus 4 cosine of 2x plus cosine of 4x. I'd have plus 1, so I'm going to give it to 2 and call it 3 dx. I'm ready to integrate, and let's write that down. What do you get? 1/8. That's going to be 3x. Let's see, that's going to be minus 4 sine of 2x over 2. And this is going to be, let's see, plus sine of 4x over 4 plus some constant of integration. Let me close out the parentheses, though. I'm going to simplify a little tiny bit. And what do you get? You get 3/8 of an x minus, let's see, you get 2/8 is a quarter of a sine of a 2x. And then what do you get there? It looks like you get a 32nd sine of 4x plus c. I'm going to commit to this answer, and then we're going to look at the key and see how we did. I see 3/8 of an x. I see the minus 1/4 sine of 2x plus sine of 4x over 32 plus c. We're good to go to the next question. Thank you.